Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Hey, what's going on, family? This time for No Picks Podcast.
What's up, family? Joe, No Picks Podcast.
Heather, guest on No Picks Podcast.
Welcome back.
yeah. Welcome back, Heather. So, all right, check this out. We're going to do it the same format we just did, right? So, I'm going to just pull up a clip from TikTok, and we are going to make some magic.
Let's do it.
My computer keeps glitching out on me. All right, there we go.
All right, let's do it.
I don't understand how all these women are dating all these narcissists. What made him a narcissist?
I don't know. I guess I'm not like that well versed on the word. He was just very self-centered and would do things that were rude and weird and then somehow find a way to blame it on me.
He was rude and weird and that made him a narcissist? See what I mean? This is
no.
what I mean by why it is that I have trouble believing this kind of nonsense about all the narcissists who are around. Because I think when a lot of you women say that you've dated a narcissist, what you really mean is, I dated a guy who didn't kiss my ass. That's what I think you actually mean. I don't understand how all these women are dating all these.
Oh, that was it? Oh, damn. I thought there was going to be a response to that.
No, she had nothing to say.
She had nothing to say. Yeah. The problem with that is she came in saying she didn't know the meaning of the word. You lost your whole argument there. But I'd argue that everybody has narcissistic traits. Some more flamboyantly out there and egregious than others, but then others are more shy, timid, and don't really expose themselves till they get into showing you their true colors. And sometimes they don't even know they're doing it. When people are broken people, break people, hurt people. They may not even realize it. The narcissistic term has been for the past probably 5 years thrown around so much. I don't think most of the people who use it even know what it really means. It is a literal mental disease. It's a mental illness. It's not just characteristic flaws and just differences in personalities. I know a true narcissist, and it's very different than what people are projecting as narcissism. I'd argue that girl clearly lacks the intelligence or wherewithal to better know what a narcissist is. She first and foremost made it in her first comment that she didn't know what the word meant, and just be tossing out what I would call characteristic flaws, disagreements, or otherwise incompatibilities. That doesn't make somebody a narcissist.
Right.
Just my knee-jerk response on that. I would have not, that girl couldn't dialogue with me.
No, it's real. Yeah. Hey, what you think, Joe?
Well, Heather, we've talked about this before too. That the term is so overused, and it has been for several years now. Where it's just y'all have used it so much that it seems like it's just one of those buzzwords, the patriarchy, misogyny. Narcissist, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, Heather, it is a clinically diagnosed personality disorder.
Yes.
It is something serious. So that's why I'm I can't just toss it around like that lightly. This is a serious thing. It's not something So, and then she couldn't even define the word. Remember,
right.
There was another.
I'm not well versed.
Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah. I'm not well versed. Well, get versed before you talk because you sound like an idiot.
She sounds like a sheep. It sounds like you heard it somewhere.
Yeah.
And you're just regurgitating what you heard and just going with the crowd or what, you know what I mean? It sounds like you don't think for yourself.
Agreed.
You don't know what it means. You just heard it somewhere and you assume this is what it is. What? So that's my initial reaction. A lot of what Heather said, I'm like, yes. But sorry.
So that's 2 handshakes. I'll take them. Two in one night. We take them.
It was spot on. I agree with you.
So I got a story, right? I got a story about this.
Yes.
So I was on a dating app, right? And I was talking to some girl, and we were with some small talk, right? And she was like, I'm tired of narcissists and blah blah blah, this and that. And I was like, okay, cool. I was like, oh okay, okay. So I was like, I'm guessing that's I'm guessing that's why you and your ex split up. She's like, yeah. I was like, okay, wait, before you tell me, let me guess. She's like, okay. I was like, okay. He was a narcissist. He was toxic. He was insecure, and what's the other? I think those are the three things. And then I said those three things, and she was like, "Wait, did you know him?" And I was like, "No." I'm like, "No." I'm like, "No, it's this." I'm like, "Yo," I'm like, "This is just what y'all all say." I'm like, "I think y'all now, Heather, you're obviously different because you move differently, but I don't think women understand that when they talk about a man that they are no longer with, what y'all say is very fucking boilerplate. It's
oh my
very,
god,
it's-
she used
it's
all the buzzwords with you,
same
all the
thing.
trending words is what she used with all the trending words. You can guess them right out of a hat.
That's
when I
how it
said
was
those-
painted too. That's how it was
Right.
painted too. Toxic,
Right.
narcissist, all, and I'm just like, y'all use the same buzzwords.
And it's just like, but they don't know that though. Like every time a woman says that about her ex, she thinks it's very unique to her. The shit that pisses me off is that like she didn't know what it meant, but depending on the woman you ask, it has a different meaning.
Right.
Like for one, she didn't know what it meant,
Right.
but then when she talked about, when she gave a little bit of insight to what she thought it meant, she said, I wrote this shit down. She said he was rude and weird.
That is not a narcissist.
Right.
Those are
And
not
that's very
narcissistic
subjective.
tendencies.
That's very subjective. What is weird to you? You know what I mean? Like, and that. What does that mean? Like,
Right. And,
Yeah.
and subject to perspective and arguments all the way. I mean, it can be literally layered down to the bone. But I would argue that she might be projecting. Maybe she's rude. Maybe she's weird, and his response isn't catering to her. Like I don't know the whole story, but what I do know is the girl doesn't know what the word narcissistic personality means, what it is, or what narcissist means, or what it is,
Right.
and she shouldn't be talking
Yeah.
with
It
being
gets-
less versed or not versed.
Right.
But the problem too, and we've talked about this too, and yeah, I agree, Heather. And Ty, we've talked about this too. Is just like, so I don't think this apply for like a more traditional woman, right? Because they're, for me, in a different category.
Correct.
More
Right, I
traditional
agree.
woman,
Right.
more conservative. You know what I mean?
yeah,
they
yeah.
they move different, right? So when I
Right.
say this, I'm keeping in mind a woman who's not traditional.
Correct.
They have issue with a man saying, "Listen, I want to provide and protect for you, but I'm just letting you know that these are my boundaries. If you
Right.
try to assert a boundary that they don't like, you're controlling, you're narcissistic. You know what I mean? Like, it's like they gaslight you, and it's just like that's what a true narcissist would do. They would try to gaslight you and think that you're crazy or think that you're something. You know what I mean? Like, it's like they I don't know. It's kind of weird how it works, but I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm sorry.
But
I
they
lost
say
my train of thought. But
they-
yeah,
But you know what
They
she's
say-
doing is exactly what you described. She's projecting her narcissistic personality on him and blaming him for being the culprit.
it's just weird, right?
Yeah,
It's weird.
yeah.
But yeah, these are women that are not traditional. I'm sorry, that's
Right.
what I was gonna say. I
Right.
forgot my train of thought, but now,
Yeah.
but yeah, so women that aren't traditional, they don't understand what it's like. It's like, listen, yeah, they don't understand like traditional men, and it's just like we
No.
just move different. We have different boundaries. There are things you can't walk out the house looking like you half naked. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can't be on social media flaunting your whole body for all these people to see. Like if you say no to that, oh, he's insecure. Oh, he's a narcissist. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like it's like there's this disconnect or something. But like
There
they,
really
but-
is.
you know,
Let me
it's
ask y'all.
crazy. Like
Let me ask both of you. Let me ask you first, Heather.
Yeah.
If all right, let's say like 'cause you're the one we have on today, right?
Oh.
So if
Hold
you
on, I'm
think-
losing
alright,
it.
you
Hold
have
on,
female.
let me compute. Hold
Mm.
on, what was that? All right, sorry,
didn't
go ahead.
ask
My
you.
computer does this 99% thing. Sorry, what'd you say?
Okay, all right, you good. All right. So
Yeah.
so you have female friends, right? So I know you don't feel this way, right? But like, like if a woman doesn't get what she wants, like say I'm dating your friend, right? And your friend and I are dating, and I say she wants to go out. Her and I are living together. She wants to go out to some club with some I don't know crazy outfit on. I'm like, nah, I don't. For one, I don't want you going to the club. One, I definitely don't want you going out with this damn outfit on. And it seems like the response is you're a narcissist, you're toxic, you're controlling. Is that like if
The non-traditional.
if it's something that,
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
no, go. No,
So-
I'm saying my question was if it's something that restricts something that a woman wants to do, regardless of what that is, and if it makes their male partner uncomfortable, is that always perceived as, oh, the guy is the bad guy for not letting me do whatever I want to do?
Maybe in those like what am I am non-traditional in those in the younger, what'd you say, the non-traditional, my type of breed? No, my type of breed, listen, if my man tells me I first of all, I'm not gonna put on nothing that I know better. Like I know better. Okay, there are rules. Okay, there are rules. And like sweater weather is not for him, and I don't come out looking like a hoe. So if I were to step out and something be more revealing than not, and it shouldn't be, and he pointed it out, or similar to my friends, if that were the case and she's dating you and that happened, Number one, my friends don't do that. We are all very conservative. But if she were to step out of line by accident or whatever, and he called it out, listen, we already know it's for us and for us. Like for me personally, not to be sexualized, touched upon, or even send the wrong message out there. I'm coming out covered. I'm not coming out, to be ratchet or all of those things. I'm not going to put out that energy. That aura is not radiating off me or my friends. But if that were to happen, my friends absolutely respect their man enough, and it wouldn't even be a conversation. It'd be like, you know what, you're right. I know better.
And I'm so glad you feel that way, because honestly, when you
Yeah.
when you log on to social media, I feel like I lose hope at some of the views that I hear,
Yeah,
because
I
I'm just like,
definitely, I
damn,
agree.
like
I
you
agree.
can't even be a
Mm-mm.
man and be like, these are my boundaries, or you can't even be a man and be like, listen, I'm trying to not. You have to respect our relationship no matter where you are. When we are
Right.
apart, that's when you have to continue respecting that relationship. So like when you go out there, you represent me. You know what I mean? Like if
Right.
you out there making me look bad, you can't do that. You know what I mean? So
Right.
and also
Yes.
also with the dress thing too, it's also like if we're going out and she's wearing something super revealing or super promiscuous, also it draws attention from some certain types of men. So
Right.
now I gotta fight somebody if he tries to grab you or says something really slick and disrespectful. You're putting me in a situation now where we're targets now. Because if something happens, I gotta fight for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so,
Yeah.
you also have dudes who are move really ratchet, really reckless, and
Yes.
they'll say something disrespectful.
Right.
But
Right.
you increase the chance of that happening when your outfit is just crazy. You see what I'm
Right.
Yeah.
saying? Like it could happen.
Absolutely.
Of course, it could happen if it's still dressed modestly, but you increase the chances of that happening significantly when you go out
Correct.
there looking like a city girl or looking like, you know what I mean, like whatever you want to
Yeah.
call it. But like that's what. It's crazy that you can't assert a boundary as a man and be like, no, like you can't disrespect me that way, and then
Oh, I
they
love
call
that.
you
You
a
can't
narcissist.
disrespect me like that. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yes,
I like that.
yeah,
That's a
absolutely.
strong man statement.
I mean, they don't know, these
But
women that aren't traditional don't know how to deal with traditional men. But the thing is, it's like if you want family and you want legacy, especially if as a man moves up, as his income status goes up, those men are much more socially conservative. They are
Right.
much more
right.
conservative socially. We
Yeah.
know that we know everything that we're building and we're working towards. We're going to pass that on to our kids, and I got to make sure that my wife is teaching them. She's their first teacher to make sure they're getting what they need. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
we understand order, and we have to have structure to certain things. Like we get to where we are because we practice discipline, and like, you know what I'm saying, like but they don't want us to lead or any of that, and that's why it's like there's a clash.
There
It's like,
is.
shorty, like, these are people who think submission is weakness. You know what I
It's
mean? Like
not.
there's just a complete disconnect
There
with
is.
these modern women, not the traditional women, but
Where do you think
these
it starts? Where do you think it starts? Why do you think that is?
the disconnect.
Media. Got to be media. So social
Well,
media.
yeah,
That because that bro, like
social
that's what
media,
they
yeah,
see. It's in the music. It's in the media. It's in movies. It's just like it's our society is it's a society. Me and Joe talk about. It's dominated by women, right? Because women, first of all, it makes sense that it is dominated by women as far as TV goes, because women spend more money in advertising, right? Like if when there's a commercial, I mean, women are more susceptible to commercials and shit. So that's why like all these brands and shit like that gravitate towards women. And I mean that's just what it is. Like you're gonna placate to the demographic that's more than likely going to make your company rich, and
right.
that's just women spend more money than men, right? So and that's just what it is. So yeah, so it's media. So it's like you're gonna
It is, yeah.
I think a lot of it, some of it comes from homes too, like broken
mm,
homes. They're not taught what they need to be taught. Absent fathers,
True,
the
true.
little girls aren't
yeah,
taught how to be treated. They're being taught by their mom, who may be a hoe, bringing to different men, like that's subjecting themselves to that. Or even single dads don't have, may not have a mom come in and teach a girl how to be a woman, teach her all the things. Like I think some of that comes from there too. And then they're leaning on the social medias to teach them and the worlds to teach them because they don't have it at home. And I think some of it comes from that too. But I do, yeah, you're right. For the older folks still behaving in bad behavior, it's definitely social media because there's no excuse. You can take accountability at any time and start changing your ways. But
yeah,
for the younger generations, the people who just don't know any better and don't have life experience, I think a lot of that is from their home. Plus, add the social media, plus add those pressures.
mm-hmm.
It's not good for
Right.
them, and they need help. They need help. They need help, or our molecular homes are gonna be gone. Like they're not gonna have. They're not gonna be a balance in our
Yeah.
people to have what we're describing as conservative women and leading protecting men,
Right. And
but
I agree with both you guys, and I'll add a third one to that, right? So
please.
we have social media, We have, single parent households, or fatherlessness, I should say, fatherlessness, single parent households. And what I'll say is, Ty, we've talked about this before. I think that the disconnect started when we started overcorrecting for the wrongs that we had did to women. When women couldn't vote, when women couldn't have property, women couldn't even own bank accounts, women couldn't like do certain things, own a business. Like there were so many things that women were unable to do before. And at some point they were pretty much just property. You were the property of whoever you were married to. They didn't own anything, right? So then we tried to correct those things by giving women more freedoms, more liberties, more rights. And then somehow we got to where we are now, where now look at where we are now, though. You know what I'm saying? So then I think the disconnect happened because we were overcorrecting and we went too far. And then we told women, fine, you can go out there and be super promiscuous because you've been so sexually deprived and your sexuality has been so repressed that you should just go out there and own it. And it's empowered to just be ran through. Then we told women, oh, it's okay. Now we have contraceptives. So now you can do whatever the heck you want. And then we told women, you know what I mean? You don't need anything. Go get your education. Like, your whole life shouldn't be about being a mother. Like, we stigmatized being a mom, and everything that came with that. Like, and this is what I mean. We overcorrected and we just went too far, and here we are now.
Yep.
Here we are, where misandry is mainstream and it's acceptable. You know what I mean? Like, there's stuff that I see on TikTok and I'm like, how is this still up? Isn't there a community guideline? I can't put an emoji underneath a certain video because it'll get flagged for a community guideline. But there's videos of just blatant misandry that just stay up and go viral. Right. I don't understand. Something I don't understand. So that for me is another one. It's just overcorrecting, and then we went too far, and we emboldened a certain demographic of women, and now they have the microphone, and they're just spitting out bullshit.
And they don't know what to do with that microphone. They need to pass that thing over this way. Okay, I don't need to do all these things. He could do all these things, and I could do all my, take me back. Right?
These women that so called feminists are some of the biggest haters of women doing whatever the hell they want. It's like, if you don't think the way I do, then you're just dumb. You're just a pick me. You're just, you're being controlled. Like, they can't just accept that I don't think the way that you do. And you fought for the right to be different, to express yourself, to have your own views and ideologies. Like, if I love being a mom, if I love being more traditional, if I love my husband and I let him lead, if there are certain things that I want to do, like, it's like they shit on women who want to do these things.
Oh,
it's
for
like,
sure.
You guys fought so hard just to completely contradict yourselves. You know what I mean?
And today we don't even know what a woman is.
And we can't even define what it is. You can't even define what it is.
Right. We've gone so, it's gone so bad.
You know what I mean? So, so that's where that disconnect came from.
I feel you.
But I don't know if we went on too much of a tangent, but we are talking about the term narcissism. But yes, it is overused. So is misogynist. So remember that we saw a video of a chick who couldn't even define that. Toxic. So these are all buzzwords, and I don't know, man. I'm just, and as we fight on social media about this BS and it affects the culture, you know who suffers? Our children.
Oh, for sure.
Our children, single parent households, can't stay together. Marriage rates are plummeting. Birth rates are plummeting. Everything is just going down, man. And this is what is happening. We can't cohabitate anymore.
What do you think, Heather? Last thoughts?
To be fair, on this, final thoughts on this one. I just hope the world just wakes up a little bit, like, in the context of their own consciousness, and be able to explore different perspectives, be able to view from the shoes of somebody else, and work together to find compromise in our daily lives and our relationships, because that's really where fundamentally everything is going to be found. And if we could just talk about it, I think that our next generation, our kids, would be a better traditional, conservative, leading, submissive, and just falling back into that where we were at one point in time, and regaining what the homes should look like, and the rebuilding of our homes is important. So on that note, I'm just going to send my happy thoughts and prayers to everybody and hope that they find it. And if they need help, they can always reach out, because I'm happy to help people connect with their brain.
Right. What do you think, Joe? What's your final thought?
No, I'll just say, I mean, I want more harmony among men and women. Like, yes. I hate this gender war. I don't know if it's, I hate that our relationships are struggling. Stop overusing these. Stop being sheep. It's, you know what I mean? Like,
there you go.
Buzzwords. Like, think for yourself, man. Like, everybody, social. Listen, I said what I had to say, y'all. I'm just over it. I hope it gets better soon. That's it.
Same.
My final thought is gonna be real quick. Words mean things, okay?
Right.
Words mean things. You can't just say a word and then make up your own definition to the word. Okay, like y'all
Right.
got to stop doing this shit. I think,
Or change the meaning, right? They can change the meaning to
or
they or
change the
them,
meaning.
or
Or
like.
Change the meaning.
Have you? Oh my God! Real quick,
That's
before,
subjective.
have you tried to read an article? Have you tried to read an article where they talk about one person and use words like they and their?
Yeah.
Have you tried to read that article?
It's
Oh my God! I'm like, who is they? Who are them? Oh, they meant he and she, or they, like one.
right.
Anyway, sorry. Finish your thought. I had to just
Yeah.
dive into
No,
that real
was
quick.
That was it.
Oh, I
Words
try.
mean stuff.
Yeah.
Stop making shit up. Stop making shit up.
Yeah, and they and their
let's
means
stick to-
they're plural. They're plural. I'm gonna just say that they're plural. They're plural.
All right.
I never want to read an article like that again in my life.
All right, listen, family. Listen, like, comment, subscribe.
Yes,
No
go.
Picks Podcast. We're getting up there. We're gonna chop this up. We're gonna make this. Listen, we're gonna all look crazy because we probably all gonna be misogynistic watching it when they watch.
That's
this.
okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Good stuff.
All right. Until next time, y'all.
All right.
Till
y'all.
next time.
Oh.